This week, I finally finished my daughter's swimsuit, and I can honestly say that swimwear fabric kept me on my toes from beginning to end. There were a few things that went really well, some things that I would definitely change for the next one, and one mistake that I didn't catch until it was too late. Thankfully, my daughter had a completely different opinion than I did. So now let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly about this project. Hi everyone, my name is Karen and this is my channel KGFL Creations, and welcome back to another episode of #Fridaysews. This week, Fridaysews is going to be swimwear edition of a Fridaysews. Before we get into that, I want to talk about what I am wearing today. This is a Byron top. The Byron top is by Sinclair Patterns. It is a pattern that is a top and a pair of shorts, but I only did the top. I was not too interested in the bottom. I wanted to make the top. I made a 12, and then this is the actual one that I wanted to make for myself out of this cotton lawn fabric that I purchased from Mood Fabrics a long time ago. I made a dress from that fabric and I had a little bit left over, about a yard or so, maybe a yard and a quarter, and I was able to make this top out of that little bit of fabric. I will show you exactly what the mistake was in just a few minutes, because it's a good reminder that sometimes we're a little bit harder on ourselves in our sewing than anyone else is. I have the two items here. I have the shorts that I made for my daughter. She wanted the little shorts instead of the brief, so here it is. We'll talk a little bit more about this, and let me just hang it here. I hope I don't shake the camera because I'm hanging it on my tripod. And this is the little dress right here. This is the front. I think I did say that she wanted the whole front in the same fabric, and the back is like this with main fabric, secondary fabric, and main fabric. And it is really, really cute. This fabric is so pretty, and it is the little dress. It is actually a dress on her. It comes, it's not mid-thigh, it's almost to the knee on her. So yeah, these are the two garments that I made. And now we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Before we get into the good, the bad, and the ugly, I wanted to mention everything that I used to make this swimsuit. I have a little piece of paper here. There's a lot to talk about. I hope to keep this video as short as possible, but hang in there with me. Okay, so I used a jersey. Was it a jersey or ballpoint? One of the two, I am not sure, but it's a rounded needle. A 90/14 ballpoint needle. So that's what I used for my regular sewing machine. I used the serger, I used my cover stitch, and I used my regular sewing machine. I remember telling you that I had purchased a 3/8 of an inch swimwear elastic, which is a big roll. I purchased this big roll here from Amazon maybe 2 or 3 months back, maybe a little bit more than that. Yeah, bought this 3/8 of an inch elastic. I used extra fine pins because this is swimwear fabric and very slippery. Let's just say that, very slippery. So I used a lot of the extra fine pins, and I used a lot of clips. That's pretty much, is that pretty much that I used? Yes, that's pretty much that I used. also measuring tapes to measure things and here and there, but yeah, that's pretty much all of the notions that I use. So let me put this little paper aside and let's talk about the little shorts. Here are the little shorts right here. Like, I don't know if I said it on my last video when I was talking about everything that I made. I did mention something about the shorts. I added 1 inch to the leg length here, and I added 1 inch to the front and the back. All the pieces 1 inch, so it goes a little bit higher on her stomach. She wanted a little bit higher, so I added the 1 inch. Other than that, there were any extra changes to this. I made the size extra large. Now thinking about it, maybe the back piece I could have done the 2X, because when she tried this on, I took a picture and I did show it to her. Actually, not a picture, a little video. To me, when this fabric here stretched, this one here, the blue one stretched, I could see a little bit of the white in the background. You know, when it stretches, I could see it. She didn't see it in the video that I made, but yeah. But other than that, this one here came out really, really good. I did add, let me take it off the hanger, a little label in the back, because the first one that I made 2 years ago for myself, I didn't add a label. So when she was trying it on before I started making this one, she was like, "Mommy, what is the front and back? You didn't add a label." So this time on this one, I did add a label. And this one says, "My best work yet." This little label here, "My best work yet." So she knows which is the front and which is the back. Also on this particular piece, I added a lining to the gusset right here. You see, this is the lining, the power mesh. I added to the gusset. I did it, you can see here, there's no seams showing. I added and I did it with the burrito method. Now let me explain to you how I did that. I deviated from the pattern instructions. It tells you to go in a certain way, so. But since I wanted to do the burrito method to add the lining, I did something different. So this is the crotch curve. This is the front crotch. So I sewed this first. Then in the back, I sewed the back together. These two pieces here and these two pieces right here. Then I added the gusset to the front and the back. This portion right here, I added this. I added the lining to one of the seams. Let's say I added here, because I don't remember which one I added first. But let's say I added the lining to this seam right here. And then to the burrito, all I had to do was take this portion and roll it down into a little sausage. Roll it down, same thing for this other side here. Rolled it down nicely tight. When I put it in here, you go fold it to the outside and you stitch it, right? That's how you do the burrito. And then I pulled it from one of the sides. You can do it here or this way. Just pull it out, and here it is, the lining to the gusset and no exposed seams right there. So that's how I did the lining to the gusset, doing the little burrito method. Shorts turned out really nice. I didn't do any top stitching to the shorts. I did add the pocket. Let's turn it the other way. You see here the pocket right here, little pocket, not much to it. This turned out really, really good. And I would say that this is the good. I did say I was going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is one portion of the good. This turned out really, really nice. Now let's talk about the good, about the little dress. Yes, the little dress. I used my cover stitch machine for pretty much all of the top stitching on this one. They tell you that the top stitching is optional, but since I had my new cover stitch machine, I did top stitch the heck out of this swimsuit here. The little dress, I did top stitch all of the vertical lines here. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it. Maybe if I get too close, because it's in blue. In the back here, you'll be able to see it in this portion here. You see here the elastic right here. I used the wide of the cover stitch. All the other places I used the narrow right here. All of these little lines here, all of these lines, they're all in the narrow cover stitch. And it turned out really good. I was scared at first. I'm going to be honest. I was scared I was going to get skip stitches. That did not happen. And I was like, okay, I tested the heck out of this. I had some leftover little pieces of fabric and I put elastic and I went over it with a zigzag with the cover stitch, with the zigzag again, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the top stitching on the elastic portion, where up here and here, if I wanted to do the zigzag on my sewing machine or if I was going to do the cover stitch. So I would do it, I would pull it apart. I would do it and I would pull it apart. Because pulling apart the stitching from the cover stitch is so nice and easy. So satisfying. You just pull it out and everything is gone. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. So that was the good portion of this. I used my cover stitch pretty much for the whole thing. Another good thing is that I actually did add the bra cup lining, the little foam cup. It is it's for swimming. And I purchased it, I believe, from Wawak. And I did that. I followed a little tutorial that Erin from Erin Sews, she made this little dress here and she did that. She added the a little hole on the side. I took some pictures and I will insert the pictures for you to see the little hole. It's on the side and that is for you to insert the cup, and you can take it out when you're going to wash or whatever. You can put it on and off, whatever you want to do. Now let's talk about the bed. The bed only happened on this one. It did not happen on the little shorts. First, let's talk about the elastic. I did purchase a 3/8 of an inch swim elastic, and the pattern calls for a 3/8 of an inch wide swim elastic for the brief, bra, and dress. But the 3/8 of an inch elastic is too wide. To me, that is too wide. So for my next one, if I make one, I need to get a 1/4 of an inch swimwear elastic. So that's number one. Number two, the portion here did not match. This section right here did not match the bra portion to the dress. It didn't match. I don't know if because I rounded this section in the back, it did not match. And I had to make the bra the same size as the little dress because they had to match. I had to put them together and they had to match. So I had to cut. I'll insert a picture of what I meant. I did take a picture when I laid it down on my table, the bra and the dress. And there was a bit, maybe like a 3/8 of an inch, maybe 1/2 inch on one side and a 3/8 of an inch on the other, front and back, but I did cut it. Nothing happened to it. It is fine. And yeah, so that was problem number two. The sewing the straps here, putting everything together right here, this portion here. First, we need to put together, right sides together, the neckline here. You sew it together, and then you add the elastic, which is fine. You add the elastic, it's fine, no problem. Next step, we have to do a burrito method. You have one side open, you take the other side, you roll it, right? You roll it nicely tight here, and you put it there, and you wrap this around, and you stitch from the arm side here. From here all the way up to the other side. That's what you have to do. And you leave, then you add the elastic. You leave a portion about 5/8 of an inch without the elastic here in the seams on each side, which makes sense because then you have to stitch this here together, and you don't need to have elastic there because it's going to be very, very bulky. That makes sense. The problem I had was with the little burrito right here up top. Boy, that was tough to turn this. I had to caress this thing. I had to pull little by little and try to twist it around and massage it, and all of this here had to come through this section right here. This section right here. All of the dress, everything had to come through that one little section. It was tough. I'll tell you that. It was very, very tough. Only after that, you're supposed to do all of your top stitching. Then you do your top stitching. But at that point, I did not do the top stitching as of yet. I wanted my daughter to try this on first. So in the bra, I added, at the bottom, you add a 1-inch elastic. I added the 1-inch elastic. She asked me to make the elastic a little bit smaller than the one that I made for myself. She tried that one on, the one that I made 2 years ago. She did try it on. She said, it is too big for me. The elastic needs to be tighter. I'm like, okay, I'll make it tighter. I measured the one that I made, and I took about 2 inches out. I attached it to the inside, to the bra. I attached it to the bra, and I gave it to her for her to try it on, to tell me how was everything looking. I did stitch here on the outside. Everything was stitched. The dress was ready to go, the little dress. And then she tries it on. I give it to her. She's in her room, and she's like, Mommy, which way is front and which way is back? I'm like, why is she asking me that? And I told her, I was in here, said, well, you chose the back is the blue side, which is the green side, which is this one. So this is the back. And she's like, oh, because I'm looking at the bra. I'm like, why is she looking at the bra? Doesn't make any sense. Why is she doing that? And I'm like, okay. And then she puts it on, and she's like, oh, the elastic is still too big. And I'm like, wow, really? Is it really big? And she's like, yes, it is too big. Can you take it apart and make the elastic smaller? I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. And it is at that point where she tells me, she's like, Mommy, is this supposed to be this way? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she then lifted the dress and showed me why she was asking me what was the front and what was the back. I am going to show you now. I am going to lift this whole dress up so you can see the bra on the inside. Remember, I already showed you pictures of the bra with the little opening for where you put the bra insert. That is supposed to be on the inside. That is the bra lining. Lining supposed to go on the inside. So she showed me, she lifted up the dress, and this is what she shows me. I hope you can see it. So this is what you see when you lift up the dress. So this lining here, it was supposed to be against her skin. And the green, it's supposed to be seen right here, because just in case if something happens and your dress is lift up or something, you're supposed to see the green here. That's what I wanted to do. That's what, this is lining right here. this is not supposed to be in this position. So right now, this opening, this hole right here, it's technically on the outside, isn't it? And the whole portion, the green, is on the inside against her skin. So she did show me this, and I looked at it, I was like stunned. I'm like, how did I not catch this? How did I make this way? I was like, wow. That's why she was asking me which side was the front and the back. I guess she meant which was the inside and the outside. Because if you look like this, you cannot see anything, right? I mean, and then if you look this is the back. Of course, you see the front here a little bit. But this green here, it was supposed to be on the outside. When you lift, this is the back. You lift the dress and you see the lining instead of seeing the green. So this was the mistake that I only found out when she tried it on. And everything was sewn already. This whole thing. It was not top stitched, but everything here was together. This whole thing here was together. This whole thing here was together. The side seam was sewn. It was not top stitched. I had top stitched only the fronts, the 2 front pieces and the 2 back pieces. But yeah, that was my mistake. And I have no idea what I did. I guess when they said put right sides together, when I'm thinking about it, maybe I thought that the right side was the green, but I should have done it the other way. I didn't even think about that. Totally did not think about what was going to be on the inside, which I wanted the lining to be against her skin. That's usually what it is. When we have a sports bra or something, the lining has the little opening where you put that little insert that you remove when you wash, right? At least my sports bras, they're like that. The little opening is on the inside. And I was like, oh, come on. And she's like, you're not gonna unpick this whole thing, right? And I'm like, hell no, I'm not unpicking this. This thing was ready. It was ready. There's no way I was unpicking this whole thing. And then she came in here and I was looking at the whole dress, at the length of the dress. And I told her, oh, I'm still going to take 1 inch from the length. I'm going to fold it under and I'm going to top stitch it. And she's like, oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then she's going like this. She's going like this. And she's like, you know what? I kind of prefer it this way. I think the lining would be itchy on me. And this green swimsuit fabric here is very soft, very, very soft. And she's like, you know what, mommy? Your mistake actually turned out to be good because I prefer this fabric here against my skin. And I was like, wow. But the other thing, the little hole is going to be on the outside. She's like, so what? It's okay. It doesn't matter. I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I did this. I can't believe it. Yeah, the story is we're much, much harder on ourselves. At least I know I am. On my sewing, I was upset, but what am I going to do? Yeah, so that was the ugly portion of this whole thing. The mistake that actually worked out for the best. One last little thing that she asked me to do, and this is not in the pattern at all. When she tried this on, she said that the little bra it did not have any definition here in the front here. It was kind of loose right here on her. I did cut the full bust piece for the dress and for the little bra. And she asked me to add an elastic right here in the middle, a small piece of elastic to kind of ruche it in right here. And that's what I did. Don't know if you can see it right there. Let me turn it inside out. Maybe inside out you can see it better. Oh yeah. Right there, the little piece of elastic. So that kind of ruched a little bit here in the middle right here. And to me, it's a little bit better. And I did add the little bra cup inserts right here. They're turned the other way. You can turn it inside or out, doesn't matter. And it is right here. And I did follow Erin's instructions, and I did stitch right here in the middle, so this won't go that way and this one, they won't go cross from another. They will sit in their own little sections. So yeah, that is the whole swimsuit debacle on what happened with this guy right here and the mistake I made, which my daughter actually liked. Let me know in the comments below if you have made this pattern, the Clear Water Summer Essentials by Love Notions. Let me know your thoughts. If you had trouble with this portion right here with the burrito method on here, and if you changed anything after you've done it once, like me, if I do it again, I will not be doing that. So just let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are in the on this pattern. I am going to finish this video now because it's going to be a long video. I wanted to thank you all for sticking with me until the end of this video. And if you liked it, can you please hit that like button below? If you can also subscribe, it will mean a lot to me. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I will see you on the next one. Bye.